do this challenge. Like, if you're someone who watches the news, do a 2-week, like, no news challenge. You ever see that? Like the no sober, what is that, like sober October or no something month? This month starting today, like the next month, is the no news month. Now, when you hear this, you freak the fuck out. You're like, how am I going to know what's happening in the world? You will find out. Like, if it's something that is a huge threat, it's going to get to you. Don't worry. Like, people are going to be talking about it. Everyone will be talking about it. It will get to you. But there's so much unnecessary shit. It's insane. You know, I did this actually as a counter challenge. Like, I haven't watched the news in years, except for like 2 weeks, where I'm like, I wonder what'll happen if I start watching the news every day. Just on my general state, how I feel. And I wasn't watching like horrible news. I was just like, you know, like the morning show. Let me put that on. And holy fuck, the world is horrible. It's burning. We're all dying right now. It was crazy. I was like, all that's going on? How did I not know about this? And they just keep pumping new stories. And there was like a few days, they're like going back to the same story. We're here, John, here with the same story yesterday. The world's on fire and it's worse. And it's even more on fire. And I'm like, oh my God. It has no effect to you or your life, but that's your sole focus. And as he said, this is also the danger. Like, not only are we conditioned by this just in our general culture, but because it's the news, that has a certain authority. In your mind, it's like, it's the news, and we're conditioned to place it on a pedestal. Like, the news is up there, everyone else is watching this, so there's much more buy-in on what the news is saying than anyone else. So you see it and you're like, holy shit, we are fucked. Then you start looking for evidence of this. You're out, and yes, of course, there are threats, but as you said, it's like, if you're only focused on the threats, you're screwed. You think it'll keep you safe, but it does the exact opposite, right? Like, you're looking for threats to be safe, but by always looking for threats, you never feel safe. And then guess what? I know someone's like, damn, right? And not only that, but you will most likely manifest more and more threats. It's like someone who's in a relationship and it's like, I'm afraid my partner's gonna cheat, looking for reasons like, are there proof they're cheating? What's gonna happen? They're gonna fucking cheat. The same with the threats. If you're threats obsessed, you will attract more and more threats. They will come to you and you will find them. Your RAS will create that reality of threats, and guess what? There's an infinite amount of threats. You will live in this reality just always. Like, you're probably sitting here in this room like, oh man, the cameras, the ceiling's gonna collapse, the light, are they gonna call me out on stage? Holy shit. And then you're scanning it.
That's the big threat. We're gonna call you up here.
We're gonna call you up. The finger, whenever the finger stops, you have to come up.
Some people want it.
And you're gonna be humiliated.
I think that